Brett John and Ffion Rees. Both of them first time speaking at the conference, so we give them a great round of applause and a welcome. It's great. It's great to see so many Plaid Ifanc here today and supporting this motion and speaking. So Brett John and Ffion Rees. Then I'd call on Ffion Rees, Helen Mary Jones and Ellen Jones.
Thank you. Plaid Ifanc Llanelli bring to you an idea to help solve one of Wales's biggest problems. It's a topic that is hushed from conversations, a topic that sees so many scared to speak out and embarrassed to seek treatment. It's also an issue that is close to both our hearts. Man up, grow up, get over it. Imagine telling that to someone with a broken leg. Imagine someone with a broken leg having to wait weeks, if not months, for treatment, having to travel miles to actually get that treatment, and having to stay quiet in the face of stigma. It would be quite rightly a scandal. However, this is unfortunately what people with mental health problems have to put up with. Mental health problems should be treated with parity with physical health problems, and it is an outrage that in the 21st century that is simply an aspiration and not a reality. Today, there will be about 16 admissions to hospital through self-harm. 1 in 4 have a mental health problem in Wales, and 300 people will die each year from suicide. Enough is enough. Are we really prepared to let this go on? This is why we need to bring an end to the stigma, and this is the change Wales needs. We propose to tackle the stigma in secondary education by including it in the curriculum as part of personal and social education, a pivotal stage in a young person's life for them to realise this issue is simply too serious to be brushed under the carpet. And that is why I proudly wear my green button to show my support for the beginning of a conversation and the end of stigmatisation. We want to start this change today, so we ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, vote for this motion. Number 2, tweet #EndStigma. And number 3, make your voice heard, because only by sharing our experiences can we bring an end to the stigma. Imagine a Wales that didn't have stigma with mental health. Imagine how much better it would be. And now let's stop imagining and let's start creating a future that will be safer, healthier and more open to talk about our mental health. And finally, remember, no one should suffer in silence. We can stand tall against the stigma if we stand together, and we can bring it to an end. Diolch yn fawr.
Ffion Rees from Plaid Ifanc Llanelli as well.
As I stand here today, I stand here as a healthy, normal girl. However, what you cannot see about me is what's going on inside my mind, or Brett's mind, or Sean's mind, or Helen's mind on May the 5th. This is your big chance to make the chance that we need for mental health services and education improved across Wales. During my psychology lecture, we learnt about schizophrenia and had to do a test which, unsurprisingly, most of the class had wrong. In a few years, I will hopefully begin training to be a mental health nurse in order to play my part in abolishing the stigma attached to mental health and start the discussion. However, it all begins with you. Hands up, all those in the room. How many of you here would say that you have a very good knowledge on mental illness, so good you could help someone struggling to deal with their own? Okay then, let me give you a scenario, one that a person with a mental illness experiences day to day. You were sat at home in your room. You were a 16-year-old teenager, and you have only just started college, and you were already finding it difficult despite it only being your 2nd week. The workload is far much more than it was in school. To top it all off, the people who you thought were your best friends have ditched you on the first day for people who you will never be as pretty, funny, or smart as. As you sit at home, you wonder what the point of going on is. You're going to fail your AS levels. You'll never be accepted into that university. Your friends will never come back. You'll be all alone for the rest of your life. You go on your Twitter and send out a simple tweet. Why do I bother? Nobody responds. You didn't think they would. They never do. And why would they? It doesn't affect them, nor does anything you seem to do affect them nowadays. It proves your point, the one you've known for a while. Nobody cares, and nobody ever will. This conference is what it's like for me. This is why it is important for me to help end the stigma attached to my depression. Although when in the right frame of mind, most of the points above are untrue. Maybe if I had an education on mental health when I was in school, things would never have gotten as bad as they did. The importance of mental health education is something I cannot stress enough. Too many young people my age and above are struggling day by day, undiagnosed and untreated. This does not have to be the case. Let's stand up and fight the stigma of mental illness. After all, it really does begin with you.
Thank you very much, Ffion and Brett, for proposing that and very passionate speeches there. We're really grateful for you to bring this motion for us to have a chance to discuss this today. If I can call on Ffion Rees, Helen Mary Jones and then Ellen T. Jones, please.
Diolch yn fawr gyfeillion, bore da, Genhadledd. It's a privilege to be able to second this motion on behalf of the Plaid Llanelli Constituency Committee. This motion also has personal relevance to a friend of mine in Llanelli. My friend was a confident, ambitious person. Recently, though, he suffered a few knockbacks in life, and only a few weeks ago, he turned to me and he said, "Sean, why am I like this? What have I done to deserve to be like this?" And for once conference, I was one of those people who didn't have a reply. That is why I've been inspired by the passion I've witnessed and being a part of Plaid Ifanc Llanelli's Green Button campaign. For we must provide a medical support service tailored for the individual, yes, but also their families and their carers. It shouldn't matter how hard the economic challenges get, but we simply cannot forget about a person's quality of life. Mental health matters. People matter. People should not be left alone to fight their own battles, and they shouldn't have to either in a 21st century Wales. The greatest act of cruelty by this cosy consensus in Westminster is its continued drive for an austerity agenda to the despair of others. It's okay to talk about mental health. It's not a weakness. It's not a moral shortcoming, and it's not something people brought on themselves. If mental health could be seen on a sufferer, maybe society would think twice. After all, just because you can't see a bandage, it doesn't mean a person should receive less help. It's estimated 50% of mental health first presents itself at the age of just 14, often leading to a lifetime cycle of unfulfilled potential. By focusing on early mental health education, we can improve the situation for so many. More transparency, more understanding, and a clearer message of hope. Supporting our professionals who work hard to get people back on the road to recovery, our campaigners who speak out about their own experiences of mental health. It is up to us, in the Party of Wales, to provide that stronger voice for the most vulnerable, to make and be that difference. For conference, after all, compassion and equality are the hallmarks of a civilised society. By supporting this motion, let's together build and create a Wales where no one is left behind. Diolch.
Helen Mary Jones.
Bore da, Cynhadledd. O'n i wedi paratoi araith i roi gerch bron y bore yma, ond ar ôl clywed y tri araith dyn ni newydd wedi clywed, dwi bron heb ddim byd i gweud, sydd wrth gwrs yn angyffredin iawn i fi. Mae'n dal i bod yn anodd iawn i pobl siarad am salwch iechyd meddwl. Wy'n digon hen I cofio enghraifft pan oedd e'n anodd siarad am wahanol fathau o cancer. Oedd na siom, o pobl I ddim eisiau pobl gwybod, o'ch chi'n clywed pobl yn defnyddio geiriau fel we think it might be the C word. Fel os o'ch chi'n gweud y gair cancer bod yna rhyw fath o look drwg yn dod I chi. Diolch byth, dyn ni'n dechrau mynd heibio hynny gyda bob fath o salwch corfforol. Ond fel dyn ni wedi clywed eisoes y bore yma, mae'n hynod o anodd siarad allan os ydych chi'n sal eich hunan. A os mae rhywun yn sal sydd yn agos ato chi gyda salwch meddwl, mae'n gallu bod yn anodd iawn gwybod beth I weid a hefyd gwybod sut I helpu ac at pwy I troi. Dyna pam mae cynnig gerach bron heddiw yn gofyn bod ni'n cael addysg am iechyd meddwl yn gynnar iawn yn ein ysgolion, fel bod ni'n gwybod beth yw realities bywyd a pobl pan maen nhw yn dioddau a sut gallwn ni I gyd helpu. Does na neb sydd yn dioddau o salwch meddwl sydd ddim yn gallu wella, ond mae fe'n cymryd cymuned cyfan I sicrhau bod hynny'n digwydd. Fel mae Ffion wedi gweud eisoes, mae'n lan I ni nawr a dwi'n hyllol ffyddiog byddwch chi fel cynhadledd Plaid Cymru yn cefnogi y cynnig yma. Gyda'n gilydd, allwn ni dod dros y problem yma yn ein cymdeithas, a fel eto ydych chi wedi clywed eisoes, dylwn ni gwerthfawrogi a mesurau gwlad yn llyged fel dyn ni'n trin yn pobl mwyaf bregus sydd angen mwy o cefnogaeth. We as a nation will be judged, should be judged, by how we support and how we care for those of our fellow citizens who are most vulnerable. Can I thank the young members from Plaid Llanelli today for bringing this motion before us and look forward to your support for their work. Diolch yn fawr iawn I chi.